Hi, this is Nishant Vasudevan from the Economic Times. In this video, we'll be discussing about what happened in 2020 in the equity markets and what is in store for investors in 2021. It has been a really interesting year from somebody who for somebody who's been watching markets, but I'm not sure whether the same can be said for investors. It has challenged investor confidence in a big way, especially for those who haven't seen previous cycles, mainly the 2008-9 stock market crash, which was triggered by the global financial crisis. This year has been peculiar. Now, let me tell you why. I don't think anybody has seen cycles play out in a year. You look at it that the market falls by 50% in February and March, driven by fears of coronavirus spreading and its impact on the economy and the disruptions. After that, starting end May till date, the market recovers all the losses and goes up by 80%, and it also hits record highs. That is mainly because of the stimulus packages provided by central banks and governments of developed economies. Now, to put things from a behavioral point of view, 1 year is too short a span for investors to see all these cycles. That has never happened. Retail investors, as they are known as Robin Hood traders these days, they have participated in the market rebound very early and they had stayed put. The real impetus to the market was given by foreigners. They have pumped in almost 1 lakh crore in the past 2 months in November and December, which has been unheard of. Okay, so the market started off with your Robin Hood traders or the retail investors, and it was taken forward by foreign portfolio investors. Morgan Stanley said a 50,000 and has given a target of 50,000. CLSA is given a target of 18,000 plus. So there's a lot of hope this year that the vaccine against coronavirus will be administered this year, which is expected to bring business and economic activity back to normalcy. The expectation is that the economy will revive after the slump in FY21. It will revive in FY22 and 23. But the most crucial driver, the biggest driver for the market in 2021 will be foreign portfolio flows, which is the FPI flows. Uh, that is going to be the crucial part. Now, to give you an understanding, these flows that have happened in in 2020 so far, that has been because of the near zero interest rate policies followed by central banks in developed markets, mainly the US Federal Reserve. They have done that to stimulate the economy. Now, in that process, what has happened is that there's been a flood of dollars in not only in the US but also globally, which has led to the weakening of the dollar. Now, there's been a combination of near zero interest rates and a weakening dollar that has led to foreigners bringing money into emerging markets like India. Now, even in India, the interest rates are near their all time lows, which essentially does not support savers. So, what market participants are expecting is that savers who are frustrated with this low interest rates, they'll probably bring in a portion of their savings into equity markets for better returns. So, 2021 will also be about a lot will depend on how much of money comes in and which sections of the market the money is going to get in. The important thing will be risk management. How are you able to allocate your money, your asset allocation? This basically means that how are you able to spread your money, your risks across asset classes like stocks, bonds, gold, real estate, and even bitcoins. And how are you able to not have excessive exposure to any one of them? Now, to get to specifics within equities, the sense that I'm getting is that you could have a healthy exposure to mid and small caps, in addition to some of the large caps. The problem with large caps at the moment is that many pockets of large cap stocks, the blue chips, they are extremely overvalued. The sense that I'm getting is that there could be a fair bit of underperformance happening over there. Okay, bonds, you should keep it from a safety point of view, but don't expect any major returns from bonds. Okay, but there is one asset class where I'm getting a fair bit of good reviews, which is real estate. Uh, a lot of rich investors, a lot of affluent investors are moving part of their money to real estate. This is mainly because of low interest rates and weak property prices. So the key to making money in 2021 will be to balance your risk and spread your assets across asset classes. Personally, if you ask me, I've not been a big fan of IPO markets as a long-term investment option. I'll tell you why. It is true that there are many good companies that have raised money through IPOs in 2021. But the problem with IPOs, I will tell you what it is. That whenever a company comes to the market to raise money through an IPO, the pricing of these shares is happening at the highest possible levels. Okay, and there is fundamentally speaking, there should not be any more room to raise money in a normal market. I'm not talking about a euphoric market. Okay. Moreover, there is a fair bit of window dressing that happens by companies, to make earnings look good, because they are bringing the IPO to the market, to investors, to convince you to subscribe to it. Now, why would you commit money to a company which is selling shares at the highest possible price, and also where there's a fair bit of window dressing that is happening? My outlook would be for IPOs would be that if the market is doing well, please go ahead, subscribe to these IPOs and look for listing gains, and you should look at getting out of it and probably get back into these shares when the prices are at much lower level. Gold is often seen as a hedge against inflation. Okay. So people bought gold in 2020 because they think that these stimulus packages are inflationary. In 2021, gold's direction will be determined on where inflation is headed. Okay, so assuming that the economic activity goes back to normalcy, and the demand for goods it goes back to what it was pre-COVID. What is going to happen is that there is going to be a fair bit of increase in prices. By prices I mean inflation. Now that is what the gold bulls are betting on. Now I don't know when will prices start rising, but it is fair to assume that the threat of inflation is real. But going by the way foreign investors are pumping money into India, that is a possibility, yes.